Hey guys, Breg here, and today we've got a quick retail WoW gold guide, and it is concentrating on Winter's Veil, which has recently come out in WoW. Now, Winter's Veil runs for 2 weeks every year, and it's just started, over 2 weeks in fact, and it's a great way to make gold, and I have done videos about this before, but I'm just going to do another one to remind people who maybe are new to the channel, or are new to WoW in general, particularly to retail, because that's how you make the most gold. There are other ways to make gold during the Winter's Veil event, but they're generally quite small. Like, this is the way to make big gold. So you want to go to your garrison, which is here. You want to go to this little gnome, goblin, whatever, depending on what faction you are, and you want to pick up the 4 daily quests, and then you want to fly on over to the daily zone. Now, this is much easier if you are hordes, because if you do this when you're alliance, you have to fly over from your garrison in Shadowmoon Valley, which is quite annoying. But luckily I am hordes, so it's easier and quicker. And all you do is fly over, you complete these 4 quests, you fly back, you hand the quests in, and that rewards you in total with 5 merry supplies. And these merry supplies are going to be enough for you to get 1 savage gift. You can also get other stuff from the vendor, but it's not really worth getting. What you want to do is get your 1 savage gift and open that, and from that you have a chance to get a Minion of Rumpus. Now, these Minion of Rumpus kind of range in price, but from the past year, the region average on the EU has been around about 120,000 gold. And then towards the end of the year, it goes up to about 150,000. And this happens every year, so I'm pretty certain next year it will be exactly the same. So what you want to do is you want to just run daily quests as much as you can from your garrison with all the level 110s or 120s or 100s that you have. And once that you've done that, you want to just gather up every day as many savage gifts, open them, and try and get the Minion of Rumpus. People say it's about a 3% chance to get the minion. I'm not exactly sure on the chance, but if you run it enough times on your ults, you're going to get one. Now, I believe these quests scale, so whatever kind of level you are, they should be doable. And yeah, you literally just have to kill 8 grumplings, you have to rescue some children, destroy some gifts, and kill the big grumpus guy. In total, it really shouldn't take you long, about 5 minutes to complete all 4 of the quests, if not less. And then once you've done that, you just go and hand it in. Only annoying part of the quest is the elite, but I mean, it's not exactly hard, and other people will be killing it as well, so you don't really have to worry. Quests can also be annoying on PvP servers, but should generally be okay. Anyway, just going to kill the last of these, and there we go, that's all 4 quests complete. Then all you have to do is fly back to your garrison or Hearthstone back, and we can hand in the quests. So here we go, hand them in, and then I'll just show you guys very quickly what to do, though it's pretty obvious. So we now have our 5 merry supplies, and we can buy ourselves a savage gift. There we go. Then all you do is you open up the savage gift and pray, and usually you get something rubbish like frozen arms of the hero. Though actually they're selling for 500 gold on my server, but I mean, yeah, not great. And that is quite unlucky. But you can also get Medallion of the Legion, which is, I think it's the same chance of getting Medallion of the Legion as it is to get the arms of the hero. And the medallions sell for about 5k. However, if we wait a few months and sell it later in the year, they usually sell for about 10k. So we'll call them 10k, which is pretty good. And that's like a common thing you can get from these. As you can see, Medallion of the Legion and Frozen Arms of the Hero have the same drop chance, so that's going to be the 2 main things you get. Elixir of the Rapid Mind doesn't drop anymore, hasn't dropped for a couple of years, it's been removed from the game. In fact, the Winter's Veil farm used to be so much more profitable, mostly because of the Rapid Mind Elixir. Because that's no longer in the game, is less profitable, but you can still get medallions and Minion of Rumpus, and that's what's going to make you your gold. But the great thing about the Merry Supplies is they are account bound, so you can run them on any of your alts on any of your servers, and then just send them all over to your main server where you want the gold, and then buy the Savage Gifts on that server. So whatever random alts you have on any servers, as long as they're above level 100, that's going to be what you want to do. And if we go off these numbers, now if you are a bit crazy like me, I have over 30 alts who are level 100 and above. So if we say I have 33, that means each day I should on average get 1 Minion of Rumpus, because it's a 3% drop chance, and about 5 medallions of the Legions if it's about a 15% drop chance. And the Minion of Rumpus you can easily sell for 150k at the right time of the year, and medallions you can easily sell for 10k. So that's 10k times 5 is 50k, plus the 150k. So that is 200k, and that is every day. Every day, on average, should make about 200,000 gold. In practice, it probably won't work like that. Sometimes you'll get lucky and get a couple of minions, and sometimes you'll get really unlucky, but that's just what the statistics say. So we'll have to kind of see how that plays out. Obviously, it's not very fun doing that. I mean, if you're going to run it on 30 ults a day, in fact, that's really, really boring. But if you're Horde, realistically, it only takes 5 minutes to fly over there, do the quests, and portal back. So 5 minutes times 30 is about 2 hours to 2.5 hours. So 200k in 2 hours, that's 100k an hour. I mean, I'm not that keen on retail farming, but I'd say 100,000 gold in an hour for pretty much being AFK, just doing something really simple, is not bad gold, and that is something you can do. However, that is not how I will be making my gold this Winter's Veil. I will not be doing farming. I hate farming. It's not something I'm going to be doing. What I'm going to be doing is flipping. So what I'm going to do is buy it when it's at its cheapest, which is at the end of the Winter's Veil event, and then I am going to sell it when it's at its most expensive. And I've been doing this for a few years, so I know that it works, and let me show you guys what I mean. So every sort of December to January, the Minion of Rumpus is obviously at its cheapest. We're looking at the green line here, because the green line is the region price. So the end of December 2016, the region price was under 70k, about 69k. 66k about around Christmas time was the lowest it went to. And then if you have a look at the green line, it goes all the way up and up and up and up, and it's usually around about sort of November to December time when it's at its most expensive. Over 200k, this was in 2017, got to almost 300,000. So it quadrupled in price between when it was at its lowest in December, January, and when it's at its highest in sort of November time. And the same thing again in 2018. It wasn't quite as extreme, but still at its lowest price it was about 120k, which was around Christmas time again. And at its absolute highest price it was over 200k, average of like 250 maybe. So it sold at its highest at about 250 in sort of November to early December time. So in 2018 it didn't quadruple in price, but it did double. In 2019 this was a bit of a problem because of deflation, but still at its lowest around Christmas time it was about 110,000, 108,000, 105,000. And at its highest around October, November time, it was at around 150,000. So it only went up by 40,000. But bear in mind that is the region price, so on different servers it would have gone up and down differently. But the thing which has happened across 2019 has been sort of deflation because of the expansion Battle for Azeroth, which released towards the end of 2018. So across the past year, pretty much everything has gone down in price. and that potentially explains why the Minion of Rumpus didn't go up so much. But still, it went up by about 50,000, and on some servers it went up by more. But there you go, guys. That's just a quick reminder of the things you can do to make big gold during Winter's Veil. Of course, there are the other things. There are the quests with Santa and the little eggs and everything that you need and that you can sell. But I'm talking about big gold making methods. And if you're a farmer and you have lots of alts, then definitely running the Savage Gift quests could be something for you, because it's an easy way that you can build up your gold, particularly with the Medallion of the Legion and the Minion of Rumpus. Or if you're like me and you prefer to invest and flip, then buying out the Minion of Grumpuses on your server towards the end of December after Christmas. That's usually when they're at their cheapest. And then trying to sell them off later next year when they're more expensive. That's usually something which works out quite well. The expansion Shadowlands will also probably be released around that time next year, around sort of when it's being released, September, October. And that usually results in a bit of inflation when a new expansion comes out and a lot of new players. So that could be a really good time to sell your Minion of Grumpus. So if you buy them around Christmas time and sell them when Shadowlands releases, you'll likely see a nice return of your investment, probably about doubling your gold. Obviously, there are always risks with investments, and as some of us found last year, it was quite painful because of the deflation. Pretty much every item we invested in lost its value. But hopefully that will not happen next expansion, particularly if it's a good expansion. And hopefully Blizzard won't just destroy certain markets and cause the deflation, but we will see. Anyway, let me know, guys, are you going to be flipping the Minion of Grumpus and the Medallion of Legion to sell at a later date? Or are you going to be selling them to try and make some gold real quick with your alt army? Let me know, guys. Thanks for watching. And until next time, see ya.